Yo, 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 what is up? What is going on? We are here about an hour and a half before the biggest day of football season, the Super Bowl. But we need to talk about something really serious and really close to our hearts. And Waruna, would you like to take over?
Yes, so hello everyone. First, we want to send our condolences, deepest sympathies to Grant Cohn. His mother has passed away, the senior Cohn, Lowell Cohn's wife. So, Grant Cohn is one of the cornerstones in 49 community in terms of content creators who has helped a lot of us. We are here today because of Grant Cohn. He went beyond his way to help us out to get us over here. So just wanted to say from No Border Sports, me and Ryan, we want to say uh, we are we have you in our prayers and thoughts, Grant.
And the
We
whole
Yes, yes. So we want you to get through this difficult period of time. So hope that you will get that you will get over the grief and eventually uh, I mean enjoy what she was as a mother to you. Remember that. So just wanted to say that.
and don't worry about jumping back anytime soon. Do what you need to, get your head straight, come back when you feel like it, man. We'll be here for you.
Yes. So that being said, as always, Grant, again, thank you. Get over this time. Let's jump into
I,
what
I
we.
can I say something? We
Yes,
wouldn't be here right now without Grant.
yes, that's it.
Like I remember watching Grant and donating to his channel because I had nothing to do during COVID, and just talking. It was my outlet. And then saw Waruna on here, and I was like, oh, I like Waruna. He's I always liked hearing what Waruna said. Now we've got a show together, and all the other people that have spawned up. Um, I still once a month watch Lowell Cohn tell Jed York to fire himself. I mean,
Yes,
it's an all-time great thing, and you have to know that half of half of Grant character comes from his mother. You know what I
yes,
mean? Like he's not totally his father. He is part his mother in certain ways, and you can see it, and it's a wonderful change from his father. They're both great in their own respects. You know what I mean?
yes.
And it can't
They
say
have
enough
unique
about
identities.
what's that?
They have unique identities. Lowell Cones has a separate identity. Grant has a
Yeah,
separate identity. So it's great to see.
yeah. And I just feel for Lowell right now because he just lost his soulmate. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Losing your mother is tough, but also losing that your soulmate is you know it's the only thing worse would be losing a child. I would
yes,
think.
yeah,
So I hope everybody has a somber moment with the people that they love today, and cherish them, and
yeah.
remember, moments aren't don't take moments for granted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, for in my experience also, when Grants had this corn phone thing initially, probably first 3 to 4 weeks, I was wondering, okay, there are people jumping in. They get to talk 5 minutes. How do I do this? So then I jumped in. Remember earlier, Grant had to sometimes slow it down for me because he just wanted to understand, okay, what I am saying. He always welcomed me. At the same time, I remember the very early stages. There were people in the chat called basically throwing some racist comments at me. I never backed off because Grant was always there to welcome me. He was like, "Hey, Varun, I expected you to be here. Why didn't you
Yeah.
come yesterday?" So that interaction, that connection gave me the confidence that I don't care about my accent, who I am, where I come from. If I have to say something, I'll go out there and say about it. If I stuttering, if I am lost for word during a middle of a sentence, I don't care. I don't fucking care about it. So that all came, so that all came from Grant. So again, Grant, you build something remarkable. So that's why we want you to. take this moment. I know you are suffering, but I hope you will be able to get over this. You can never fulfill the void that is created by departure of a loving one that is so close to you, but still, eventually, you can find the strength having that loving memory, the person that you cared, the the connection, the good times you had. So I think that memory will remain. So I hope that will help Grant to get over the grief.
She's not gone. She's just not with us right now. You know
Yes,
what I mean? Because she lives vibrantly in all of them, in their hearts and in their minds. You know what I
yes,
mean? So there's the only way you can snuff that out is by snuffing the little light out. You know what I mean? That's the only way you can end that. You know what I mean? So, you know,
yes.
it's a beautiful
Yeah.
thing about
Yes, so we talked about that we because we were that's a part of the reason we wanted to do this episode, even though it wasn't pre-planned. Another thing is, let's move on to the game day. Yes, game is happening. Uh, want to like wish everyone, not the teams, the whole NFL, even the players who are not playing, just to enjoy this day, end of a fantastic, brilliant NFL season. I think the best season that I watched, best football season that I watched. So
it.
it's great. Congratulations to the fans as well. I think fans also enjoyed, they deserved the level of football that was played out. Ryan, what do you think about this season? And especially today is Sunday, and we don't have football for another 7 months. That's sad, but still, what are your final
So,
thoughts?
so this season was, you try and, depict things and you think you know what's going to happen. And then this season happens and you can't tell what's going to happen from one week to the next. Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? You've got teams that shouldn't be winning at all, winning against some of the best teams. You got first week one, you got teams that shouldn't be on the field with another one, just blowing them out. You know what I mean? So it's it was a crazy year. I just hope the Super Bowl kind of plays out in the same way this year did. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It
yes.
would not be
A
right
one-sided game. Yes,
if we didn't have some sort of some heart palpitations or something during the game. You know what I mean? No matter who you are. I also want to say, like fans, I hope the fans out there can have a wonderful day today watching the game. Don't take anything too seriously. There's a lot at stake here, but it's only football. So please don't get drunk and, do something bad just because your team lost. You know what I mean? Or do something bad
especially I
because
like
your team won.
you mentioned it during the 49ers Rams game, the NFC Championship game. There was very unwanted incident, unfortunate incident happened for a 49er fan, especially whether you are at the stadium, outside the stadium, tailgating, or at your home partying. Please do make sure enjoy the game responsibly, in a responsible manner. Do not take it go too far that you cannot take back. So just
And
enjoy the game.
yeah, and one thing that can really help all that from even starting is don't drink too much.
Yes,
If you
yes,
feel you're drunk and you want another drink, drink a whole glass of water. Let me tell you, you're gonna get hammered really quick, and then you're gonna start sobering up. Okay,
yes,
then you can go back to drinking again after you feel, like you're sobered up again. Okay, whatever's clever, but don't just keep on hammering those beers because
yes,
after as the more you drink, the more drinks you have, the multiplier every time you have a drink goes up.
yes,
It's really insane how it goes.
yes. So enjoy the game. Two, I think the two best teams out there. I think they were the best team. I mean, the best team from the AFC, best team from the NFC. They are out there challenging. Personally, for me, I don't have favorites. I would like Matthew Stafford to have that ring because when I spoke to people, everyone was like, even their 49er fans, like I don't mind Matthew Stafford winning that ring. At the same time, you have Joe Burrow, a young star who is going to probably be a great quarterback in the coming years, next 10 to 15 years. So great matchups. But and there are other players that we don't even speak of, like Aaron Donald. That guy, he deserves a ring. He also deserves a ring. So there are so many players that Cincinnati City, I think that city deserves a ring, but unfortunately you can have only one winner. But end of the day, whoever wins, we want to have a great game. We want to see, especially the halftime show. I'm just waiting to
I'm
see.
excited for the halftime show. Like this is like the first time I've been excited for halftime show since I heard Prince was playing, I want to say. Because like I don't like I'm not like I got to put on Prince's album and listen to it, right? I'm not one of them, but he's got jams, right? But one thing I know about Prince, he puts on a fucking show. So when I heard Prince was going to do halftime, I was like, "Oh, buddy, we're in for a fucking show." And what was so do you remember that one? Do you remember that Super Bowl, the halftime?
No, no, no. So,
Okay, I
so
want you
my favorite one is obviously the first one I watched with 49ers 2019 halftime show. That was epic. To me, that was epic. Even my kid, she liked it. She was like,
so
"Oh, wow."
when Prince did his halftime show, there was pretty much like a monsoon going down, right? And you got all this electrical stuff out there, you know what I mean? The people are scared that he's gonna get electrocuted to death. He's got two dancers in like 9-inch stiletto heels and whatnot. And they call up Prince, the guy who's running thing. They call up Prince the day of the show, and they're saying, "Look, we're not looking like we're gonna get a break in the rain, right? So I just want, are we still able to go?" And Prince says, "Can you make it rain harder?" Because he was so jazzed up for it to rain. He was like, "It's a prop in my performance," and that's how. Yes, I have some shib. Yes. Um, SHIB is something you should not put your life savings in, but you should you no, not you should, but you could purchase small quantities when the price gets low, and you never know what's going to happen. I hear they might be doing a burn soon. So if the burn happens, you can just be holding your SHIB and double, or not double, but you can increase your value just by holding it. But thank you for your comment, Don Suave.
So yeah, I'm excited for that halftime show and everything, whatever happens. But ready to enjoy the game. I think I hope you have your stocks filled up, beers and everything. I have the food ready, beer, everything is ready. So let's enjoy a,
I
a
got,
grand
oh, where
finale
are they?
of this
Oh,
season.
I got two Swisher Sweet cigars, grape flavored.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
going to be emptying all the tobacco out of it and filling it up with some stuff that looks like that color right there.
Okay.
And yeah, my eyes should be like this by the time maybe we talk at the end of the game.
End of the game. Sure. Yes.
Yeah, I will
So
be.
then again,
Well, you
let's wish.
can't see though.
Yes, you can see.
And
Yes.
I might be drinking too. Warun, I hear you're going to be drinking a little too. So this might be a little interesting to see what happens after the show, after the game here.
Yes, yes. I'm going to be drinking too. So would it be
You
okay
can
if I
wear a
answer the
shirt,
question?
but you don't have to. Okay, I'm just letting you know. If you get so hammered that you feel like you don't have to wear a shirt, just don't wear a
Yes.
shirt.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, this is something we wanted to do. Unfortunately, we could not address this topic. This is what I have to say about Joe Montana's comment. I quoted that tweet where Joe Montana said that he said basically three things. Trey Lance is not ready. 49ers should hang on to Jimmy Garoppolo until they get someone else, and healthy Jimmy Garoppolo can get you to the Super Bowl. So I replied saying, the picture that healthy Jimmy Garoppolo missing wide open Kyle Juszczyk against Tennessee Titans on a Monday night game, where that touchdown could have won us the game. That's Here's Jimmy Garoppolo. Throwing interceptions, missing wide open receivers. Second thing is, we already tried that circus with Jimmy Garoppolo. He did not get us that Super Bowl. The third thing is, when you say Trey Lance is not ready, what is the parameter? Is he not ready to be the starter, or is he not ready to be
Joe Montana.
the Super Bowl winner? So you have to explain
Yeah.
that. What do you mean? Define your ready. You have,
Well, also, wait.
unfortunately,
Where did your information come that you're not ready? Because Joe Montana does not spend a lot of time around the facility. If anything, Steve Young spends more time around the facility. Joe Montana has been butthurt ever since they made a business decision long time ago.
yes,
Okay. And
yes,
I love the man for what he did for our team, but you don't get to sit here and act like you're the number one source on 49ers and 49ers quarterbacks when you say it's even between you and Kansas City, where you spent what, 2 years at 3 years,
yes,
what, it was like minimal amount of time. You didn't do anything really good there, you know what I mean? As much. So are you just saying that he's not good? Look, hey Joe, um Jimmy throws all his passes over the middle, which is exactly where we're trying to run our ball, when we run the ball. Joe, if we have somebody who could throw down the field on the sidelines, it's going to move people out of the center. It means we're going to get maybe a yard more per run, maybe two. Okay. That's something I can really appreciate. And that's something you get out. We've seen Trey Lance make the same mistakes as Jimmy, throwing too high over the center when somebody's going in motion in there. What do you call it? The dig route or whatever, the cross, dig or the cross. So we've seen them both throw over high over there. We've seen them both miss wide open receivers. We've seen Lance throw the ball a little too hard. We've seen Jimmy not throw the ball hard enough. We've seen
yes,
essentially the same mistakes from them. But what we have seen is Trey Lance make corrections real
yes,
time.
yes,
And that is more beneficial to the scheme with how he can play the ball. It's more beneficial to the scheme. And with the way he learns from his mistakes is more beneficial for the team.
yes, yes. I mean, just to answer the last question,
I always like Steve Young better. Now
yeah,
I know why.
it doesn't hurt when it comes from Joe Montana. Here's the reason. He is in the fast. Yes, he won us the
Yeah.
first Super Bowl, but he is in the fast. I don't fucking care. Trey
He's
Lance
such a
is a
small
good.
person. He's such a small person about thing. He had
Yes,
to come out and ruin Rudy's glory. You know the movie, The Rudy?
yes,
He came out and was like, there was nothing like that. That's totally false. This is bullshit, right? He
yes,
wasn't asked about it. He just came up and was like, hey, I just want to change all this narrative. Rudy sucked. We didn't give a shit about Rudy. And that's what happened. It's like, wait, what? Who cares if that was the narrative at the time? It was a movie. A lot of people love that movie. A lot of people who would know they would never have the chance to play at pro NFL level watch that movie and they think, I got a chance. And you know what they do? They try really hard to get there. And you know what that does for them? It builds character. They didn't get
yes,
to go to the NFL pros, but you know what they learned? They learned they can go hard and they can be successful at something that they're not necessarily 100% talented at or essentially the best thing to do. And they're able to apply that towards things that they are gifted at.
yes. Because I watched Rudy back in Sri Lanka without knowing single thing about football. I didn't know what football is. I didn't know that you have four chances to go 10 yards.
Yeah,
But I still watched the movie and I really loved it because
because
it
you
was like,
know
oh
what
wow,
that struggle's about.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
that's
you can
inspiration. That's
identify.
inspiration. It doesn't matter. So I mean, just to wrap up the conversation, that's what I think. I don't give a. I say I don't give a fuck about what Montana said because he's in the past. We saw during these 3 years what Jimmy can do, whether he can improve, and what Trey Lance can do from game to game. So that's why we know that we need to move on. So I don't care. At this moment, I don't really care. He can go. All I want to do is this. Probably because I trust in Trey Lance. from the things that I have seen, probably next year, if we make to the playoffs, I'm going to I don't know whether Joe Montana is on Twitter. If he's there, I'm going to tag him and ask, Joe, do you think Trey is ready now?
You know what you should do, Waruna? You should get a big fat chest tattoo with Trey Lance's face and say he's ready. You know what I mean? And then just send him.
So thank you, Don. Yeah, that's what we thought about it
I'm sure your wife
basically.
will love it.
So thank you,
You
Don.
should tell her. You should tell her that and record it, and then we'll put it on the channel with her going, "You're a fucking idiot."
I usually hear that every once a week. Once a week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So nothing new to
does
me.
she give you the eye roll?
Not really, but usually, I mean, I don't have to do anything extra to prove that I am a more idiot. If that makes sense.
I don't have to work at it. I'm a natural.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? She knows how to edit things. She's gonna copy this piece down and she's gonna play it on her phone every time you guys have an argument. You know, you're gonna be admitting to yourself that you're an idiot. She's gonna be like, see,
yes,
that's why I can't trust you in this.
Basically, yes. Okay, then. So let's wrap it up. Thank you, Don, for jumping in. And again, go enjoy the game. We are going to enjoy the game as well. So fantastic season. Hope everything goes well.
Shout out to Don. Yep. Like, thanks for coming in, man. Tune in. These two characters might be going live after the game, and who knows what could happen.
Yes.
All right. So with that, we're out of here. You guys have good. Enjoy the game responsibly. We'll see you later. Peace.